Hello everyone! As you can see, I'm wearing some festive attire. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Minecraft survival starter base. Now, as you know, in survival mode you can start many projects, and normally you don't immediately start out your base immediately when you start. So people may think it's called starter bases. Small little houses or things which aren't they're full on base. They just stay there while they're working on their normal base or a big project or so. So today I was just going to show you ideas of starter bases. Let's get started. Alright, so over here, the first idea I have is like a rustic house. Now the materials it basically needs, there's a few others there, but there's granite, bricks, different types of spruce, stripped dark oak wood, some stones and some leaves, and some roses and stuff, and different types of glass. I mean, those aren't necessary. Anyways, in here it's almost like a stonesmith place. Really, you can design the interior however you want, but I'm going to show you my thought process when building this. So I started out with the main shape, and I used this spruce planks. Then I kind of mixed it up with these two types of wood to make it look nice. For the ceiling, granite and brick is a pretty easy material to get in survival mode. Brick is a little bit harder. It's not that hard actually, it's just time consuming. I mixed in some jungle wood, but that's not really necessary. The different types of stone, they take a little bit of time to get, but not much. And the interior you can really do however you want. And to kind of give variation in the glass, I used gray stained and light gray stained. And I kind of just mixed it up. Some of them, as you can see, are just clear. Some have little spots. And inside of here, I kind of put a little bit of a red theme. Now I know that red nether brick isn't exactly a starting survival material, but I just used it anyways. You can use really you can use like red wool and stuff like I did here. Put a bunk bed, some lanterns, and up here you may be wondering what this is. That's actually smithing table. So you'll need 2 iron and 4 planks to make this. But it kind of has a nice reddish, brownish, maroon bottom texture. Anyways, yeah, so that's it basically for this house. I also included like a little wall, some leaves, and yeah, that's basically my idea for that house. Now, this is my next idea. So this one's a little bit of a strange one, but it's a burger house. So as you can see, there's a burger over there. Put a little grill thing outside and kind of like a fast food sign. You can really just put like banners or anything up here, or you don't even have to make this at all. I would estimate, back there I would estimate maybe that'll take like 40 minutes to build, plus another maybe 20 minutes to gather all the materials, so maybe like an hour in total for this. This one maybe like 40 minutes, because it does use a wide variety of materials, mainly mushroom. So you may be wondering what this block is, and I'll show you in just a moment. So when I was building this house, I was thinking of, okay, so how does a burger, how are burgers made? What are the different layers? So down here, I did the first bun with these 2 blocks. So this is actually a mushroom block. And you may be wondering, oh, how did you get that texture? Well, what you have to do is you just have to place mushrooms on every single side and then remove them. And it creates this inner mushroom texture. So you can really do this just on any side. But I did it for the full thing because I thought it looked like bread. It also mixed with this oak wood, so I just used that as a nice detail. So that's the bottom bun. Then this kind of works as a dual thing. It's the lettuce and you can kind of see through it. I also included some green stained glass, so it's like a window so you can see through it. Then next layer is the actual burger. So what I did for this is I used this as like the grilled lines. I don't know what that's called actually, but that's like the grilled part. Then this is just like the patty. So I did something along the lines of that and made a patty, and then I kind of gave a gravity so it sat on the leaves, the lettuce. Next up, cheese. That's pretty self-explanatory. This does use concrete, which then I guess you can just use wool if you want. Next, tomatoes. So I took red wool and red mushroom blocks. So this will need a pretty decent amount of mushroom. You can find mushroom trees in forests, or mushroom trees on mushroom islands. And then another bun. And then as a nice highlight up here, I use sand. So I guess you can call it a sandwich. Anyways, let me show you the inside. So inside of here, I kind of kept to the theme. Red mushroom block, kind of like a cheese carpet. Chests. Some storage, some more storage, lots of storage. A bed. Really, you can do whatever you want with the interior. Now up here, to give more room, I just layered this with trapdoors and kind of, because we're underneath the patty right now, so I kind of layered it with trapdoors to give it the sense of more room. And put a detail up there. Now out here, I just put a simple grill kind of thing with smoker, and yeah, like a fast food sign. So this is a very unique build, to say the least. Anyways, yeah, this will probably take maybe like 35-40 minutes. Or like 20 minutes. I mean, it really depends how lucky you are with the biomes and stuff. But yeah. Alright, so my next idea is a modern house. So I actually don't like, I mean, I do like the style of modern, but I'm not very good at it. Because I feel like whenever I try to build modern, it doesn't really have much detail. And yeah, but I tried to implement detail, so I used 4 different stages of color. Like, it's almost the same color, but I used gray concrete, gray wool, gray concrete powder, and cyan terracotta. And as you can see, it makes this gradient from dark to light. So, and then I used some quartz for that. So as you can see inside of here, there's bookshelves, there's curtains, which this is a really simple design. All you need is a loom, white banner, and gray, and you just put stripes. It's a really nice effect though. I like this curtain a lot. I'm not really sure what this is, but I made it anyways. Some glass doors, some storage. Up here I actually put a bed, since there's not much room in this house. And again, like I said at the beginning, this is less of you copying the design and more of you taking inspiration from the design and doing your own thing. I mean, you can copy the design if you want. I'm not stopping you, and I'm not telling you not to. You can if you want to. But yeah, I also want to inspire people. So that's basically it for that house. There's some foliage, a little antenna thing out there. Okay, so my next idea is a steampunk theme design. So this one I liked a lot. So I used a blimp and I used mushroom stem to kind of look like dirty cloth kind of. So it's a steampunk blimp. So back here I put like a propeller design. Then here's the actual blimp shape. I use lots of trapdoors and stuff to give a smooth effect. Over here is like a thing. There's pipes, a little tank. Back there, there's some gears and stuff. That's just kind of just for area decoration. Then up here in the actual blimp, I just kind of covered things in trapdoors and stuff to give kind of interior feel. This is actually kind of small, but it's a nice design nonetheless. You can have some banners, a bed, some random armor, I guess. Yeah. But basically how I made this one is I just made the frame of the blimp out of the wood and then kind of filled in this. I also used quartz slab, if you're wondering, smooth quartz, because it blends in decently well with the mushroom, and then some snow, I guess. Yeah, so that is that design. You can do whatever you want with it. You can even make like a hot air balloon. Alright, so my next idea, Alright, so my next idea, this would actually fit really well in the jungle, but it's like a big melon that you can fit in. So these are kind of like the melon sprouts, melons themselves. This would fit well in the jungle. Down here I use podzol and jungle wood because they blend together pretty well. Also, if you're wondering why it looks like that, I'm using Optifine. I added some leaves. There's some emerald blocks up here, which could be a little bit expensive, but it should be fine, honestly. And I kind of made a gradient from green concrete to green concrete powder to lime terracotta to the melon itself, then lime concrete, lime wool, lime concrete powder, then emerald. Then on the inside, as we all know, watermelons on the inside, they have seeds and they're like pink, reddish. So that's kind of the theme I did on the inside. I put some seeds, some watermelon banners, some green, like a bunk bed. You can really go wherever you want with this. I just thought it was a kind of cute design and it could fit perfectly in the jungle. But yeah, it's like a big... You can also do this with like a pumpkin. I may include that design in a future video. But yeah, I thought that was just a cute design. Alright, now for our next thing. Now this design is a little bit big. It uses a few diamond blocks up here, a few iron blocks. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Like, you could probably finish this build in like, you could probably find those diamonds in like maybe 40 minutes. It uses a few netherite blocks, but they're a really nice touch, so I would recommend them. So I used a gradient here. So I started with prismarine, warped planks, warped warp block, cyan wool, stripped warp hyphae. How do you say that? Prismarine, and then diamond blocks. So this gives off a really like nice gradient, really detailed gradient. So I did that. This is like an old observatory, if you couldn't tell. Then I also did a gradient with the stones with iron blocks at the top. And when you go inside, there's like a vault door, and that'll lead to your actual base. So you can kind of open the vault door, made some more banners, did an inside kind of design, brick design, some lamps and stuff. This build shouldn't be too hard to make because it only uses like a few diamond blocks. I would say maybe like, yeah, I would say that's about like 10 diamond blocks up there. Yeah, but that shouldn't really be too hard. Use some black stone. Yeah, so that's it for that design. Now, our next design uses a little bit of obsidian. Yet again, it's like a really basic build. So like you should be able to do this within like maybe the first 10 minutes of your new world, because obsidian really isn't that hard to get. Yeah, so I put, this is like a magic castle. So I'll put some obsidian, blackstone, a few netherite blocks, not too much of a hassle. Some crystals, like a crystal window, and I put a gradient with obsidian at the bottom, then crying obsidian, purple concrete, magenta, and stuff. Then over here I did a similar one with coal, or black concrete, coal, obsidian, block of netherite, mixed in with blackstone. So this is a really nice design. Like, you can build a pretty cool castle starter base. Remember, these are all starter bases, so they should be pretty easy to build. This one maybe would take like 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. This next build should be pretty easy to make in survival mode. It uses a few netherite blocks, not too many, a few diamond blocks, maybe like 3 I count over there. The bedrock should be fine, honestly. Not too much of a hassle. All you need to do is really just get down to the bedrock level. You can just mine it though, and place it in the thing. And I put a fountain here with the netherite, so the bedrock mixes in really well with the netherite. This is a pretty cool survival starter base, and you can impress your friends on your survival server with your bedrock kind of looking house. I just thought bedrock was a really nice block And yeah, anyways, go anywhere you want. I used a similar gradient to the observatory there. Alright, so the next build, this is my favorite one I built here so far. So let me just show you. So this is a pretty cool survival starter base. Uses like, I count about 15 diamond blocks. So that is a little bit expensive. Uses some bedrock, not too much of a problem. Some obsidian, some netherite blocks, some sponge. The sponge is a really nice touch. It kind of complements the whole design. And then as a nice contrast, I use some diorite, because you see the diorite is like white and the bedrock is like black. So it's a really, really nice